Hi guys, and welcome back to another episode on ZereneCraft. So today is episode 3 and we are finally going to get our house built in spawn. Now I know I was going to do this in the last episode, but I really wanted that skeleton farm done. So that's why it kind of changed the plans a little bit. So we're going to get this thing looking pretty today. Instead of just this little wall. And we're going to find space for everything. Now I have been doing a few little things between last episode and now. Not really anything building, mostly digging. We had the dragon fight a few days ago, which I will kind of put a short little montage on in a minute of how that went. Rather than doing a full episode on the dragon fight, which I've done so many times before, I'll just put a few of the highlights on in a minute. But I've been working on the path a little bit. People didn't really like these lights when they were in the center, so I've changed that to these archways. I just kept the top bit as it was and then changed the rest to this, which people seem to like. And I've worked on the center. Now this is our spawn chunks, so it was changed after we had our little journey in the first episode. So new players will spawn directly here. That doesn't need to be there because we've got light up above us. So we just wanted to make it look a little bit nice. We've got the crossroads with our little fountain done there. What else have we got? We have a slime chunk over there. Well, it's a quadruple slime chunk that I've been busy digging out with a bit of help. I've done most of it myself, but we had some help with the last, the last third, so it was quite a lot of help. And what else? Villager breeding, that's the other thing I've been doing. So we have the villager breeder over there going, and I have been working on getting some villagers. So if I come down here, you can see I've been working hard. This is all my librarians. Now some of these I'm going to get rid of because they haven't really got good trades. I've got a couple of farmers, which is great, but it's took all of these. This is the last one I've just done, and we finally now have a mending book. It's 22 emeralds, which is kind of annoying. I know you can get it down to, well, 12 was the cheapest I've ever had. That was on the last server. It was 12 emeralds. So I'm going to keep going with the breeding. I think, see if I can get another one that's a bit cheaper. But at least I have mending for now. So I have got mending on all my tools and on my boots and on my elytra. So yeah, elytra, we did the dragon fight and it kind of just went straight out from there, and grabbed the first ender pearl I could and went straight out to grab some elytra. So did a few end cities, and we've got some chorus plants and shulker boxes, and I did have a little bit of loot, but I've given some of that away to people who needed stuff. And all the iron stuff is kind of in a chest over there for anyone who joins who hasn't got anything stuff. But yeah, that's about it. I think, let me just put this in the chest over here, and we'll have a hop down to see that slime chunk before we start building. I'm probably going to have to go off at some point exploring, trying to find more clay for bricks. So I might do that actually before I start building. Although I could do it when I get to the roof, because I don't need the bricks until I get to the top. We'll see how it goes. Let's just get down here. Watch out for mobs, because there is a crazy amount of mobs. One of the few changes we have on here at the minute is the mob cap. I think normally it's on, is it 75? It's normally on, we've got it on 250. Whee! There's someone down here already. Bree came for slimes, I think. So this is what I've been digging out here. So this is 4 slime chunks in a row, and now I've been digging. I've actually found another one. There's a cave just behind here, and they were spawning there. So I think this chunk here is a slime chunk as well. But I think I might just leave it as the, just straight here. It's going to be a lot easier than having an L-shaped one. But we have lots of slime spawning in here. I've been trying to light up the caves to make it a bit more efficient, and it is kind of working, but there's so many caves. I think there's about 5 ravines within, you know, within spawning distance of this place. So it's getting a little bit difficult. I think was looking for slime balls and she's gone AFK, so I'll go up and get some because I didn't really specify where they were yet. Not done the collection system just yet, so that is my next job after the house is done. But this is what we've been busy doing now. It's quite lucky. You can see, or you can't really see this area here, or kind of further over, is under the ocean. So kind of all the way down like this was underwater. Actually, there's some of the gravel from it. So sections of this here and this section and some more over there were all underwater. What am I looking for? Chests. So it made it a little bit more difficult. I get up here. Get some blocks. It made it a little bit more difficult to do that section. So I went out with someone and helped out with an ocean monument. I'm not going to be building a guardian farm this season. I'm going to leave that. I know a few other people have got are wanting to do that. Where's all the slime balls? People have been taking them. That must be all we've got. I'll take these down to her. There we go. So, anyway, yeah. That is the slime farm so far. We've still got a few little places that need blocking off because there is mobs still spawning. But that is my next job. So, I'm going to go up and get started on the house now, I think, and get the layout done, get some more glass, and we can get a nice pretty house built today.
Are we doing the sacrifice?
I can't get up the stairs!
Oh, I jumped it. Oh, okay. We got an enderman on our tail. Oh shit. Well, I'm off. Bye.
There you go. Did you just die, you idiot?
No.
Sometimes you're really.
Whoa!
No,
okay, I'm dead.
Bye, guys.
I can't even get back to the island.
I may have died a little bit.
You know what the title of this video is?
How
not to defeat the Ender Dragon in Minecraft. This end. Can someone get this enderman off me?
Nope.
Wait, is there? Did anyone take my stuff on the floor?
No.
What?
It just got back and the
Oh,
Ender Dragon just bodged me.
Ah, I found it. That's fine.
So
What? Pumpkins?
No. Ah, fuck.
You have 15 pumpkins with you. Oh, Belle.
yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Hello.
Hi, Brandon.
Hi. You're a bit late.
Little bit late, Matt.
Matt, you have to turn your mic up.
We got rid of one of the... Okay, I'm going to eat my nut chapel and try and jump off here.
A lag? Oh shit.
Oh. Go. Wait, Sam, Belle, do you guys remember the coordinates of our base? Have a pumpkin.
Yeah, they're by the portal. Yes. You may have died a little bit.
No diamond armor or weapons. It's all leather. And
Whoa.
Leather gear, iron sword, unenchanted bow.
And I'm heading back.
I'm never doing this again.
Look,
So,
we've got like a fifth of its health down.
I'm just saying, like, when.
Okay, I thought...
I'm cutting everything and then putting it into a death comp.
So you guys cut
Oh.
the dragon already?
My stuff.
No,
doing it
like,
now.
nearly.
We're trying.
Enjoying, but you're not allowed to use diamond stuff.
I just.
Oh,
Yeah, boy!
thank you.
Got it.
Suck a dick. We still need to get. We still need to make guardian thing. Isn't the guardian thing like the best XP like grind or whatever?
Nope, that's what we got. By far.
Huh?
That's
That's what we've got in Skyder. By
Oh,
far.
I love how the
Really, do you reckon?
Guardians are
Yeah, nope.
helping.
Yeah, nope.
Do
No,
you
XP.
reckon?
XP. That's the best XP formula.
He said, do you reckon? That's what he said. And you said, no, the mob farm. He didn't say dragon. He didn't say dragon, he said, do you reckon? So, I hoped you guys enjoyed watching those few clips from the dragon fight. There would have been a bit more of that, but unfortunately, you know, some people don't understand child-friendly, family-friendly, so there was quite a lot of swearing. So I cut quite a lot of that out, but like I said, I've done a lot of the dragon fight before, so you know, I didn't really need too much footage of that. But right now I'm just gonna stand here, collect lots of snow, make them into blocks, and then get them up in the chest, and we can get started on building. Okay, so got a little bit started, moved some things around, moved the enchantment table, got everything off these walls into the house. I've got a skeleton horse, so he was in the way here, so I just moved him over where the fences are there, out the way for now, and just started the first little bit. So I've got the little awning here, and we are definitely going to have to go and get more clay, because this used a lot, just for that. And the whole roof, when we've done, has got to be in them bricks, so we're definitely going to need a lot more. Hopefully some people will come online, I can ask if anyone's got any, or if there's anyone, you know, can just check in those little pools as they're exploring, then that would be really, really helpful. Now, my idea was to have steps on these in the same colour of the walls, which is white. I was going to do this. Now, snow has got a bit of a texture that I don't like. So I think I might go out instead and just get a load of stone, not a load of stone, a load of sand, and maybe make white concrete instead. Because I've got a lot of gravel from digging out that slime farm, so I should be able to make enough of the white concrete to do this instead of using snow, and then it doesn't have that texture in. Because I want it plain, and then when I get some quartz in the future, I can add some extra detail in with the quartz pillars. So I think before I do any more building, I'm going to have to go out and do a bit more resource gathering. Okay, so I spent about 45 minutes out, most of the time underwater, and I've got lots and lots of white concrete powder, just over a shulker box full, and I've also been collecting clay. I didn't actually realise there was so much under the water, so I've put them into blocks to save space. I've got just over 3 blocks of clay there, and the rest is all smelting now. Oops. So I've got some in here and some in here that should give me quite a lot. It's about, I think it was about 5 or 6 stacks of blocks. Where's my crafting table? So I can start work while they are in the furnace, and then hopefully they'll all be ready when I get to the roof, because there's no other section that needs the bricks on apart from the front and then the roof. So, you know, there's not really a big rush for that right now. That one. So I can shove these in the chest. There's no room. Let's just take that out and take them out. Okay, so they can kind of wait in there. So now I need to get started on this. I've got glass panes. So the windows are going to be between these acacia stairs. This one is a little bit different. I need to figure out how I'm going to do that, because I've got the pillar over there. So I'll do them ones in a minute, but I'm going to have windows kind of all the way around. Then when I get to this rounded bit, these are going to be like a tower kind of thing. So that's going to be a little bit different. I need to figure out how I'm going to do that. And I've got windows here and here. Then at least it's nice and bright inside, and I don't need to work too much with the lights. Although I still need it lit up at night. So that's the locations where the windows are going to be. I could move this across one and still have the window there, or I could just make it smaller, like that. Oops. And just have a small window like that. I think actually that's probably the best thing to do. And then the next layer, so this is going to be snow. Actually, I think I might move the windows up one more because the floor is going to be here. I don't know what I'm going to make it out of yet, but that's going to be the floor level. So I think actually, oops. If I can not destroy the stone brick, I think I will do whites like that and then the windows. Now I'm just going to build it out of the powder for now. I know it does drop, but I found it easier than having to mine it all. If I build it like this and then just go around like that, it's a lot quicker than... Let's take them out of the offhand. It's a lot quicker than kind of placing them all and then mining them all. I found that to be a quicker way of building with the concrete powder. So that's the idea now. Now this bit, when I was talking about wanting quartz, I wanted the quartz stairs on these, and then these corner bits are going to be the quartz pillar just to give it detail. But I think I'm just going to build the whole thing out of the white concrete for now and add that later on when I've got time, because I haven't really got a lot of time today. Tuesdays I have about 6 hours in total recording time to do the full episode, so I don't really... And I've already used like 2 hours of that on other things. But this is what we need to get done today. So I'm going to see if I can just run around quickly and get all the concrete powder, all the concrete done on the first layer up to the just above the windows. The windows I'm going to have too high. Let's just do this for now. So the windows are going to be too high like that. And then we're going to have that over the top like that. Yeah, and then the window above it is going to have a bit more detailing. I might actually see about the white terracotta. I've got a little bit that's a little bit of colour, and then I have some of this kind of around, because it does kind of go quite nicely together. I have that around the window at the top with a bit more detail in. So I'm going to get this bottom layer done and see how it looks. Okay, so I'm working on this bottom bit now. It looks a little bit plain at the minute, but I've got quite a lot of details to go at the minute, so I thought I'd just show you what I've got, well, the idea I've got at the minute. So we've got our windows here, like this, with the pillar underneath. I was going to do this in spruce, but I thought since we're in the savannah and I've got the red roof, I thought I'd stick with the acacia and try and match it in a little bit better. Now I'm going to have, on these, it's going to be quartz steps like that, and then I'm going to have one gap, then I think steps again like that. Let me get up here a little bit so I can reach. Then I'm just going to have the plain concrete there with the steps, but obviously quartz steps again like that. And then the same again up here, so it's going to be like at the bottom. So we've got one visible, then quartz steps like that, and then this is the level that the roof is going to start on. So on here, in line with this, I haven't got any in my inventory, but this is where the roof's going to start. And then where we've got the rounded bits, the towers, they're going to go a little bit higher than this, but that is kind of my idea. And then on this section just needs a little bit more detail. I think if I've got any more cobblestone wool, let's just make some. Walls, where are they? There we go. And then on this section, obviously this will all be white, so it will look a little bit better. I think I'll have cobblestone walls like that, and then maybe put a fence and a torch, or just a torch, or maybe an end rod or something on there for lights that are going to go on each of the corners. So that kind of design is going to be on this corner here, and again here, and then these two as well, like that. And obviously back there they are rounded, so it's going to be a little bit different back there, but I'm going to incorporate the same kind of design into these sections as well. But that is the idea that I've got. I will need to get the quartz sometime probably between this episode and the next one. I will get that, but now I need to go around and turn all this into concrete. So let's just, I'm going to leave this one corner like that as it is, then I don't forget kind of my idea. I can just copy it and change it over when I've got the things I need, but now I need to make all this concrete. So if I do change something, the whole thing doesn't fall down around me. I need to make sure that I light everything up again, because I'm going to wash away all the torches doing this. But this should hopefully not take too long. And then we can see what it looks like. Try not to spoil the place. Missed one there. So that is the difference now. Is that all done? Okay, so that is what it looks like with the concrete instead of the concrete powder. Yeah, it does look better. So I'm definitely not going to leave it. I was thinking maybe it would look better with a bit of detail from the... from the powder instead, but no, the solid concrete does look a lot better. So let's get this done, and then after this is all built, we need to move this up. All this is going to need moving that's on the floor. I didn't think about that. I don't know what design I'm going to do for the floor just yet, but we'll figure that. We'll have to figure that out after the whole of the outside bit is done. Okay, so a little bit more done. It's kind of coming together now. I did another section of this to see what it looks like, and just left myself a reminder that I need to replace them with quartz. Let's just add that detail in, and the lights. One more we needed, acacia, fence posts, and then I've just put torches on like that. Let's have a look. Yeah, I quite like how this is looking. This section in the middle is going to be a little bit different. Directly above the door, I'm going to do a small window. Then I want the quartz pillar either side. And then I'm going to do a small window on each side above kind of where these are. And I'm going to do them this kind of shape, but closer together. So you've got the one gap between them steps and them steps here. And I'm going to do it the same along the top. So you've got quartz stairs, then a gap, then quartz stairs there. And probably the whole thing is going to be glass. So the 9 blocks will be glass. So that's what I'm going to do up in this section here. And then I need to figure out how I'm going to do the towers. So I'm not quite sure just yet on the tower details, because obviously it needs to be a little bit different. I need to get some more of the white terracotta if I'm going to do the same design on the back and the sides here. I just used the little bit I had just to see, you know, how it looks, and it does look quite nice. It fits in quite nicely with the white concrete and the red bricks with the acacia. It all does fit in quite nicely, and obviously it will look a lot better when I've got the quartz. So I need to now run to the mesa biome. Luckily we have a nether portal there because that's where the skeleton farm is, and grab a lot more, well, a stack or two of the white concrete, and I'm going to repeat this design on the other sections at the top. Okay, so now we've got a little bit more done around here just as the thunder starts. I'm just trying to figure out where the towers are. I thought I'd try and continue this on the tower, but seems to be the same width, but it doesn't seem to be working out right because this one was 4. It seemed to fit perfectly fine on the other side. Let's just go around here and have a quick look, because this is 5 wide and the other side is 4 wide, which means there's something that's slightly wrong somewhere. I think it's the other side, because if you look here at this, we've got one pillar, and then it starts there. If we go to the other side, it doesn't fit. So this bit, I need to take this side apart and try and copy this over, but it's getting a bit late in the day now. This has taken a lot longer than I thought, so I think this is probably, let me just turn this down. Where's the weather? There we go. This is probably going to take 2 episodes to complete, so I think instead of trying to rush it and get it part done and it'd be wrong, I think it's best to just spread this out a little bit and I'll finish it in the next episode. But I'm going to get some more done today. This side seems to be right, so if I can get this side of the building done and get the roof on, then at least, you know, most of it, I'll have a little bit of shelter. I mean, I've got the walls done now downstairs, which makes it a little bit safer. So, you know, if I go AFK, it's not as likely that the zombie's just going to show up and kill me like it has done a few times. But it does need editing a bit. So I'm not quite sure where I went wrong with it, because this is in line with this one, which is here, which is in line with that, so that one's right. We eat this next one. So we then have 2 single blocks and then 5. So we followed this here, so there should be 2 single blocks and then 5. But I've got 4, so this is the one that's wrong here. That should be this point there. Oh yeah, that window's wrong as well. Didn't notice when I was building that. So let's take that off and fix this window. Like that, and then we need trapdoors. Like that. So that fixes that little bit. Oops. So I can get rid of this. I added that because I thought maybe that was the side I went wrong on, but it wasn't. So that gives us 1 pillar, 2 pillar, then the 5. So let's just have a look on the other side to see if that bit's right. So it should be the window. And then 2 out. Is that what it looks like on the other side? I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's perfect. Oh, yeah, so that pillar, so it will be 2 wide. It'll be 1 there, and then this one will go all the way to the top. So that's right. And then this will go up. But then this corner needs something. See, when it goes from the corner, from the what's it called? The terracotta in an angle has a pillar on this side, which means it needs it on this side as well. So I think what I might actually do is just put, let me get some stuff out the shulker box. I think what I'll do is just add like this. Let's see if I can get up from this angle. Okay, so it needs to be here, like this. So it's this bit that I'm missing. So I need it here. So if I put like that in for the detail, and then have it like that, one more up, and then across, then that should fit in the design. And I can do the same over here, just add the cobblestone wall in, like that. Yeah, that's right. And then that fits in. So that is how I'm going to do it. So I just need to copy this over that side and just change that this little corner is going to be the only bit that's wrong. So hopefully it still fits in right here. Let's see, so we've got, I mean, it's all in line, so it should be right. Possibly, maybe I'll have to move it over one, I'm not quite sure just yet. But we'll go over and fix that in a minute. So I'm going to try and fill all these little gaps in, and then we can get the roof started on this side as well. Okay, so I've just got the roof finished, and I'm now just trying to light it up because I don't want mobs spawn on it. So instead of using torches, I'll use some of the end rods. If I can kind of get them in a decent position. Maybe there. There. That one. And hopefully that lights up the whole roof. And then I need to get over and do the same on the other one. I'm running out of time at the minute. This roof has took quite a while because I ran out of bricks and had to go get more, and I've still got this section to do, but I thought instead of this section going all the way up till it meets, I might just do, well actually I might leave it at this level and then do this flat with some fences on, so this is this high here, because if I go all the way up, you know, it's probably going to reach the top of that one there, which I don't really want. Let's get this lit up first, and then we can do the last little bits. Oh, that's slabs. So this was on. Which block was it? We've got them two steps there, and that's that one. What have I done wrong? What's do? Oh, this one's got an extra block here, that's why. I missed that block. There. And there. That's right, and then one on the top if I can reach it. Right up the top here, so that's lit up. And hopefully that's enough light on the roof that stops spawns. There's a ghost block somewhere. Just get rid of that. And then all I've got left to do is this. Now I've not really got much bricks left. I've got a load more in here. Well, it's not really a lot, but I've got about... Well, I've got a few stacks of the clay going through, so it should give me maybe a stack of bricks, which hopefully should be enough to do the rest of the roof, because there's going to be slabs on that. Now fences, let's have a look. I might just use it cobblestone wall since I've got cobblestone all the way around, and I still need to finish some of these pillars. There's no quartz on that one. Quartz steps, let's see actually have I got any of them left. Is any of this quartz? It's concrete. That's a quartz pillar. I think this is now all concrete. Okay, so I've got no more quartz steps unless I put it in here. Oh, there we go, 8. 8 quartz steps for that. So I need to get it up in the right position, so that needs to go. Can't reach. Let's go up a little bit higher, so we need 1 there and 1. Nope. Oops. Would have been easier just to pillar up straight away, but never mind. So we've got to fix that. And then quartz there. Can I get my items back? Since I'm running low on both, I don't just want to let them despawn. Okay, that's that. I need another one up on this spot. And then I think that was all of them. Let's have a look around this side. So they've got the steps there, steps there. Oh, there's one here as well. So we need that one. And this one's got them all in the right positions. Now I will still need more quartz because I've got to add these where you can see on the front where I added the steps in. I need to do that all the way around, so I'm going to need another. So I need 4, 8, 12 on the 24, 28, 32. So I need 32 more quartz steps to finish that. So I've not really got much, so I might have to run and get a bit more quartz. Actually, I could just borrow some. We've been collecting for the nether hub. I'm going to be building that soon. Oh, I already made it into slabs, so I can't do that. So we've been collecting lots of resources for that. People have been helping out, so that is going to be probably the next episode. We're going to be building the hub, but we need to dig that whole area out first. So let's get this out. Can you make pillar? Can you make this into steps? Oh yeah, there we go. And then I can do the pillar at another time instead. So how many did I say I needed? 36. Just enough to do that. So I can't do the pillar details, which is replacing this onto the windows is pretty much it, but I can do that at any time if I can get all the steps done on the windows to make them look nice. So I'm going to get these steps done, get these quartz steps in while the last of the bricks are smelting, and then I can get the last part of the roof finished, and then that is the outside of the house done. It'll just be small decoration stuff that I can do after that. So let's get this done and finished. Okay, so I finally got the roof done and I think it's looking quite cool. I'm debating whether to get rid of one of these lamps, the one that's like directly in the center, just so it doesn't block the house. I think I will actually, because it's like right in the middle of the pathway, the entrance. It's kind of annoying where it is, and I got the path lit up anyway, so it's just decoration, and if the decoration doesn't fit, you know, it's not very good. So let's get rid of that. We've got lights in all this that's keeping everything lit up. Let's empty some of my inventory first, because I can't pick anything else up. No, I need my food. Let's put that in and shove the wood out the way, and we've got some stone here as well. And then we'll just shove the rest of this white into there. That'll do for now. We'll do the rest after. Oh, a couple of ghost blocks around. I need to relog and get rid of them, but that's looking quite good. I was debating whether to put glass behind these, but since they've got stairs in, I can't put glass panes in. And and if I put glass like behind it, it blocks off the inside, which, you know, I don't really like, but it's looking quite good. I just put all my dirt in, and we've got the outside actually finished now. I think the whole thing is lit up. I've got torches around as well, because just the end rods wasn't enough, and I didn't have enough to put more end rods on, so we've got torches all over the place as well, which I might replace with more end rods when I've got some, but not right now. The next thing I need is some leaves for the outside, so let's just make some shears. I've done a bit of the inside. I put a floor down. I moved all the stuff that was on the grass up, moved all the chests up, enchantment tables over here, and I've done the upstairs. It's not up here just yet, but this will be. And I was thinking of filling in a lot of these gaps. I need to change that block there for the white clay, the white concrete. And then all these little gaps I was going to fill in, but I'm going to put them with chests for like extra storage for now. So like here I've just got andesite, granite, can I get rid of that one? Nope, diorites. I have to replace that with something else, or move them top 2 chests so we can open them anyway. But that's the upstairs with plenty of space. So now I need leaves. Let's grab, I think I was using acacia leaves. So we'll just do this one tree really quickly, then we can get the last bit done. And all that's left for detail is flowers and stuff when I get some, but I need to wait and do that when I've found a flowered forest. Now I've got all of the 4 different 2-high flowers, but not the rest, so I can't actually do all the decoration on the outside yet as well. And since I've got some of those clay bricks left, I can make some flower pots and things like that as well. So I've still got the garden area to do, and all this around the outside, but the actual building is now done. Did I only get 16 leaves from that? Oh, the rest's on the floor there, that's why. Pick these up. Oh, I've still got to do this as well. I need a load more dirt to fill that in and make the hill properly, but these are all going to have bushes underneath them, like this. Now I'm just doing them exactly the same. I'm not trying to do like different shapes of bushes because there's not really a lot of space, so let's get them torches, put that back down so it's lit up. I'm going to get some either glowstone or pumpkins and put them underneath, not pumpkins, jack-o'-lanterns, and put them underneath these bushes as well, so that adds a little bit more light around. But that is it finished now, and I think it's looking really cool. Let's make it daytime and pillar up and see if we can get a decent view of it. There we have a better view from up here, and I'm quite happy with how it turned out. I just added a couple of little things, like the corner there looked really square, so I just basically changed it to a quartz stair instead, just to give it a little bit more shape, you know, a little bit less square. But I think it's looking really cool. Now I'm thinking of maybe making the roofs a bit higher, but I'll have to collect more clay for that, so yeah, maybe if I've got some more clay I might change them and make the roofs a little bit higher. Now they don't look the same, so I need to go up and figure out what is wrong, what is different, because, you know, I looked and I was copying from one to the next. I think it's this bit here. I think there's 2 high there and only 1 high on the other side, because we've got, let me see, full block, then we've got step and full block. Yeah, I think it's this area. I think this bit from here, this last 3 layers need to move up 1. But I will fix that at another time, because that is all I've got time for today, guys. I have run out of recording time. I have run out of episode time. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave a like if you did like the video. And as always, don't forget to subscribe if you are new to the channel. The next episode, hopefully we will be getting started on the Nether Hub. If we've got the whole area dug out between now and then. If not, I might go and do a little bit of exploring, maybe a little bit of advancements. And try and find possibly a nice area on the map for where we're going to build our main base. We are going to be staying at spawn for a while, but it would be nice to find an area to kind of claim for when we do our actual base. Now we need it nice and flat, or as flat as possible, for what I'm going to do this season. So I'm not going to go for like extreme hills or anything like that. You know, it would be really nice to find another Mushroom Island, because I quite enjoyed having my base on Mushroom Island, but we'll see what we can find. So thanks guys for watching. I will see you next time.